Coming up, the Ghost Lab investigates the home of the worst natural disaster in American history.
Think about it. The 1900 hurricane, it killed 6,000 people right here where the Galvez was built.
Will they encounter spirits rising from Galveston's watery graves?
Were you killed during the hurricane that devastated this island?
Are you sitting in the chair?
And later, in the war for Texas independence, miles from the Alamo stands another savage battleground.
Almost 400 men were executed.
Fuego!
Will it be the victims or their killers who make their presence known?
Somebody in there?
Todos muertos. Salgan.
Is that you? We are the Kling brothers, and we believe that science holds the key to unlocking the secrets of the dead.
We formed an investigation team called Everyday Paranormal. Our mission, visit the most haunted places in America, find evidence, and test new theories to probe the existence of the afterlife.
This is Ghost Lab. All right, guys, as you know, next stop, Hotel Galvez. We're going to check it out. Big hotel, lots of possible activity. Steve, you've been doing some research on that.
Yeah, there's reports of apparitions, cold spots. Actually, guests get so freaked out they leave in the middle of the night.
Galveston Island, that's the site of the biggest natural disaster to ever hit U.S. soil.
1900 hurricane, it killed 6,000 people. A lot of the bodies ended up right here where the Galvez was built. A lot of different things we have to check out. So let's head to Galveston.
The Ghost Lab travels 250 miles to the crown jewel of the Texas Gulf Coast, the luxurious Hotel Galvez. The hotel was built in 1910 as a sign of Galveston's rebirth following the devastating 1900 hurricane that left 6,000 people dead. Those who survived spoke of utter devastation and decaying bodies washing onto the shore where the hotel now stands.
Snazzy.
Fancy pants.
We're moving up in the world.
I'll tell you, this 1900 hurricane, all the thousands of people that were sucked out to sea and washed back ashore, they say that those people haunt this hotel, especially in this ballroom up here that we're getting ready to go into.
Hey, Steve, we're in the music hall or the ballroom. Any claims in there?
Absolutely.
One year, a guest actually saw an apparition of a female that was sitting at one of the tables.
Some guests feel that 500 to 505, it's an awkward presence in the room. They feel uncomfortable. The main thing is they want to leave. They don't want to be in there.
There was a family of 4 that was staying in room 503. They had numerous scratching noises coming from behind the door on the hallway, and they opened the door and they couldn't see anything. They were very upset, very frightened. They wanted to come and check out.
All right, Steve, we're in 503. What's going on? Any particular activity in this room?
Got a report.
A woman talking.
Then nobody there. The cover's being ripped off of folks while they're asleep.
Someone actually sat down
on the bed, but there was no one there.
Women talking all through the night, keeping you up, covers being pulled off of you in the middle of the night. Sounds like my wife's haunting this room. How long have you worked here?
I've worked here for 2 years.
Has anything ever happened to you?
Yes, one time I had to stay because there was pretty severe flooding with a tropical storm that was moving in. I was in bed and I felt a pressure on the bed by my leg. I was like, what was that? What's pushing on the bed?
You said that was during a tropical storm. Have you noticed that things happen more when the weather's bad?
Thinking back, a lot of it does seem to happen around the storm incidents that we have.
Okay. Everybody here thinks the claims of activity at the Galvez Hotel is fueled by all the 6,000 deaths that occurred right here on this location. That could explain why the hotel began having paranormal activity, but there also needs to be a reason why it continues year after year. And I wonder if the coastal weather could have something to do with it.
The Galveston hurricane is just one of many coastal storms that have generated reports of paranormal activity. In the wake of the 2004 tsunami, which claimed over 200,000 lives, Thailand was hit by a wave of ghost sightings. Some health experts believe that in these cases, reported activity might be due to mass hallucination and delayed psychological trauma. But true believers think otherwise. To further research coastal weather and its possible connection to paranormal claims, Barry meets with local meteorologist Stan Blazik and hurricane expert Lou Fincher.
Any storm is energy produced, because what storms basically are is energy being released into the atmosphere.
Where does the energy come from mainly? Water, wind, heat.
This is one of the warmest bodies of water in the world, the Gulf of Mexico. And it's a reservoir of energy.
How much energy is a hurricane producing?
Typical hurricane puts out 100 billion kilowatts of energy every day.
100 billion kilowatts.
Yeah. If you could harness that energy, you could power the world.
Easily. You know, we believe that ghosts thrive off all types of energy. So the huge amounts of energy that Galveston sees from storms and hurricanes could go hand in hand with the activity at the hotel. So tonight, we're going to change things up. We're going to monitor the weather while we do our investigation to see if we can find any correlation between paranormal activity and weather changes.
The Ghost Lab team meets back in the hotel to discuss their game plan for the investigation.
Here we go. These are original blueprints from the place. A couple areas I want to show you, specifically the 5th floor. Get off the elevator, rooms right here, 500, 501, 503.
Where people have reported scratching sounds and have heard a woman's voice.
And we're also going to put one in the ballroom,
where witnesses have encountered a female apparition.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
The team covers the hotel with their electronic net,
Want to baseline sweep the room real quick?
taking baseline, EMF, and thermal readings.
Just hold this piece right here.
Meanwhile, Steve Harris sets up a wireless weather station in the Ghost Lab, tracking wind speed, precipitation, humidity, and barometric pressure.
There you go.
You're a certified weatherman, Steve Harris.
Starting on the first floor music hall, the Kling brothers launch into their investigation, while the rest of the team monitors the hotel and the weather from the Ghost Lab.
We're here starting off the Galvez Hotel, the music hall. This is where they have a report of a woman in white. We're going to do an audio session, do some other things, see if we can conjure up something.
EVP session number 1, Galvez. If anyone can hear the sound of my voice, do something to let us know. Were you killed in 1900 during the hurricane that devastated this island?
Dude, right back here, there was a large shadow that walked across the windows. And I turned and looked right at it.
Where?
It was huge. It was the size, it was like half the curtain. And it walked by from one side all the way across that curtain to the other. No. Nobody was moving. Nobody was moving.
Could be somebody coming down the hallway?
Was anybody by the glass doors coming into the music hall just a moment ago?
No, we're in the lab.
And nobody else that we know of.
Brad Barry in the music hall. We just saw a shadow. Brad did. So we do have some things going on in the Galvez. We're going to head up to 5th floor right now. The infamous 5th floor.
This hallway's secure. There's no one up here but us.
Let's start in room 503. This is where a family got so scared that they had to leave.
A woman's voice is heard everywhere. So I'm hoping to get some sort of audio.
EVP session number 2.
We are paranormal investigators, and we are trying to find proof of your existence.
Now, for years, this place has had rumors that rooms 500, 501, and 503 have some sort of entity in them. We need proof of that tonight. I want you to come out here now. Do something to show us that you're here.
I want you to have a seat. If you are here, this is your chance. Just sit down.
Wow. I'm getting something on the thermal camera. You said that? You said just sit down? It's saying it's 39 degrees in that chair right there.
They're feeling back and forth from
39 to 40. What's the deal with that chair? It's freezing, dude. Dude, it's 37.
Were you sitting in the chair?
Freezing, dude. Dude, it's 37.
Were you sitting in the chair?
Oh, I'm jumping back way up again. I'm back up into the 50s and the 60s.
I'm 64 right now.
Yeah, it's gone back up to room temperature, dude. It was there. 2 separate temperature devices here. The AC
blowing on my face.
The AC is blowing.
Right, I can feel it on
here.
My face.
It's blowing high.
I'm on the AC. Look and see my red light?
Yeah.
59 degrees. It's still 23 degrees colder in the chair.
It's almost freezing.
You cannot have something 23 degrees colder than the coldest thing in the room.
Right.
The thing is that making this cold is 20-something degrees colder than that. You can't. It's not possible.
Right. A lot of times when these entities manifest, they draw the energy from the room, thus creating a cold void. Well, you can do more than just making a chair cold.
Hey, there's something there again, dude. I went from 46 back to 58. How's that possible? Woo-hoo, doggy. It's like 503 is the hot spot, or the cold spot, I guess.
All right, let's move on to room 500.
EVP session number 1, room 500. If there's a woman up here, walk up to this thing right here, make it flash.
Like Brad said, we have a green light here. Just get near it, it'll go off. Okay, I don't know if that was you or not, but let's try it again. On 3, I want you to make that thing light up. You just need to get near it. 1, 2, 3.
Did it again. Like, slightly.
Are you in room 500? Just walk by it. If it lights up, it tells me this. Yes, you are. One more time. On 3, I want you to make it light up. 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead, lad. We got a lot to go over.
A lot of things happened tonight. Documented cold spots, personal experiences, and EMF meters going off on command. Now, there are a number of things that can cause that activity. Right now, we need to go through all the data to see if we got any additional evidence during those events.
Hey, I want you to check something out that Steve found. It was when we were up at the cold spot on the chair, that same time, when we were checking the temperature and that whole... I actually asked